watching CIOTV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
Hello and welcome to Enterprise IT World EMEA and CIOTV.live. This is day one of GISEC. We are catching up with the stakeholders of cybersecurity, whether they're the solution provider or the training education provider. Now in that series, I have got Michael Heering, his head of marketing for Middle East and Africa region for SANS education. Michael, thank you very much for taking time out.
Thank you for having me.
How are you? How do you see this Expo Day 1?
We're good. Yeah, it's great to be back. It's I think it's our 7th participation this year. Again, bigger than last year, and also introducing some exciting new things. So,
what are those exciting new things that you have?
Well, actually, the main thing that we've got new this year is our SANS GISEC Academy. We've brought along 3 SANS certified instructors who are presenting various workshops covering topics as offensive operations to digital forensics, incident response, ICS, and how to protect IT/OT. So we're very excited to see how it goes.
All right. Now you see a lot of AI-led activities happening, attacks happening. Mm-hmm. So that's a bigger concern these days for the organization, the stakeholders. So how, as a training provider, education provider to the industry folks, how do you see that? How are you training them to counter the onslaught of AI-led attacks?
Yeah. So what SANS prides itself in is that we're continuously looking at those new trends, such as AI, but also quantum computing. Learning about that, finding the right experts. Those are our instructors, and we're taking that new content and incorporating that into both our existing courses as well as developing brand new courses. So there's about 5 or 6 courses right now in the pipeline that are coming out later this year and next year that are focused entirely on artificial intelligence. How do we secure artificial intelligence, but also how do CISOs and cyber leaders make sure that they're taking that into account when building teams, what skills you have to look for, what do you have to hire for. So that's something that we're working on within SANS as well.
And this region is becoming very vital, very big in terms of cybersecurity. One is definitely UAE is a big region, big portion of that region.
Yes.
South is another region which is expanding like never before. So what are your priorities from geographic presence point of view?
Well, we've always had a very strong presence and focus on both the UAE as KSA. We're also very active in Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, and Kuwait, and then also other parts of Africa such as Egypt and Morocco. For us right now, it's very important that we not only look at the emerging threats and the trends with AI and quantum computing, we're also looking at how governments introduce new regulatory frameworks like SUF in Saudi. And what we're working on is that we map our various training courses to the frameworks to help leaders see which courses and what skills they have to hire to comply to those frameworks and new regulations.
Michael, you said that you are offering trainings along with the AI-led attacks, post-quantum era, that the attacks will be different. Are you also offering, to what extent you are offering trainings to counter the post-quantum, which is not imaginable now, attacks or the threats?
So for quantum, it's still in development. We don't have the training just yet. So that's, like I said, that's coming later this year and next year as the topic itself and also the knowledge about quantum evolves. For AI, as I mentioned, that's something we're incorporating in every single course, ranging from our beginner classes to our more advanced classes. And we also have a variety of courses coming out focusing on that particular topic, also ranging from offensive operations. How do you utilize AI in your red team operations, but also how do you train your defense teams on preparing for threat actors utilizing AI as a tool?
There are two things. One is the consumer side, the another is the supplier side of any business. In our business, the consumer side is the supplier side is that how can I look at my entire life cycle of my career, right? So, what are your advice? How do you approach when you meet any new student or person who is coming to your academy for training for his career growth?
How do we advise them? It's you can. It doesn't matter from what industry you're coming from. It also doesn't matter from what background you're coming from. Cybersecurity has something to offer for everyone. With SANS, how we help those people, it ranges from our cyber academies that we offer to people who can't necessarily take a SANS course itself through their employer. That's why we have our academies. But we also have summits. We also have free workshops. We offer a lot of resources for people to get introduced into the cybersecurity industry. And then there's also other tools that help them progress throughout their career. That also, again, we have academies that focus on people who are new to cyber, but also academies that focus on people who are more progressing and more advanced. So there's something for everyone, essentially. And my advice to someone looking to start in cyber is take the step, try it, and you'll find that there is something for you out there.
And SANS is there in every state.
We are there for you every step of the way.
Okay, and the other side is the consumption side. From an organization point of view, what are the skill sets that you are seeing that as a CEO or CISO, C-suite should look at, meeting the objective of the organization for a longer run?
So we've actually just released our workforce research report, where we've interviewed over 3,000 CISOs and cyber leaders across the world. And what we found is that there's been a shift from focus on technical skills to a focus on more soft skills. Whereas 2 to 3 years ago, the focus was much more like 75% on technical skills, 25% soft skills. That's actually switched. CISOs nowadays look much more towards folks who have the right attitude, who are a good cultural fit to the organization, so that they're sure that when they come on, they're not leaving within the next 1 to 2 years, but they're staying on for the longer term.
That's the CISO. Okay, you are saying from the perspective of a CISO. From the employee perspective, I'm asking. So any employee that they are going to hire, any engineer they are going to hire in different projects they have, right?
What skills they need to develop?
Correct.
I think it'll depend on the role. I think the advice I would give to those practitioners now stepping into the industry and looking for new roles is immerse yourself in those new frameworks. Look at the frameworks, and you will find the particular skills you're going to require to have that role. If you're able to demonstrate those skills that are needed within those frameworks, you're more likely to get hired in that role. So the other thing that we've also found from the research is that there's an increasing number of leaders and hiring managers that are now using those frameworks and regulations to hire people with the right skills and certifications. So make sure you know what skills you have to have and what certifications you need, and see how you can get them.
All right, Michael, last one is being a marketeer for 2025. How do you see that your spend is going to be? Which areas, which countries that you want to spend more to create more awareness?
I think there's a fair spread across the Gulf market for us right now. There's a very strong focus on Saudi, also on the UAE, obviously. And next to that, we really are looking to expand our awareness in our business into Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, Kuwait, and in Egypt. so that we're really establishing a foothold there.
All right then. Thank you very much. Pleasure
you.
talking to you.
Thank you too.
Nice to see you smiling, meeting people here.
Thank you very much.
All right then.
All right, thank you.